And these two parts include adrenal cortex and adrenal medulla. On the basis of staining, do you find the difference in staining property of this part and this part?
Mm-hmm.
Which part is lighter?
The
The
bottom.
bottom.
So any soft organ, when you make a section, what you call the central part? The medulla. And what is the outer part?
Cortex.
The cortex. So we have adrenal cortex, adrenal medulla. Okay? About 20% adrenal medulla and 80% adrenal cortex. You can make a note of that. Adrenal cortex 80%, adrenal medulla 20%. Let us look at the whole adrenal gland, and you can see adrenal cortex from here to here, and this is adrenal medulla. And look, this is the protective covering. Look at the protective covering. This is called the capsule. Capsule of adrenal gland. So capsule will be one of the structures that you need to identify. Okay?
Could you point to that again?
Yeah, the outermost covering.
Oh, thank you.
This is, what kind of tissue is this? There you go. You have learned adipose tissue so by heart that even in, I'm going to crack a joke, even in deathbed you'll remember that. Yeah? It has created an impression in you. But I would like you to have impression of all these that you just saw. Thyroid gland, you should have. Why do you remember? Can you tell me why do you remember adipose tissue so well? Because it is unique.
Mm-hmm.
Because of its uniqueness, isn't it? Why thyroid gland is unique? Because of colloid. So you never forget. Do you get that?
Mm-hmm.
And here also, you can see only here the covering of the adrenal gland, but you don't see any medulla. You see only the adrenal cortex. But if I go like this, you see adrenal medulla now. You just going to see that? Okay. I would like you to go to diagram number. It stands out. Oh, come on. They look like mini hot dogs. Now this area is definitely not like this area. No? Can you see the difference? What is this structure called? Very good. Capsule of adrenal gland. This is zona glomerulosa and this is zona fasciculata. Now, remember one hormone from here? If I ask you, name a hormone secreted by this region. Aldosterone. Aldosterone I mentioned in the urinary system, isn't it? Aldosterone is a mineralocorticoid. It promotes sodium ion reabsorption and potassium ion secretion. If I ask you to name a hormone secreted by this region, what do you say? Cortisol, cortisol, okay? So, if I ask you identify the region, as indicates the pointer, what are you going to write? Zona glomerulosa. If I ask you identify the region, what are you going to write? Zona fasciculata. Yeah? The cords of cells, fascicles of cells is that very compact. There is hardly any space in between the cells. Do you see any space in between the cells? No. But as you approach, look here. This is adrenal medulla. This side is lighter, isn't it?
Mhm.
And can you see spaces here? So what is this zone? What is this region called? Zona reticularis. Just you, I don't care how you remember, you can make some your own notes, you know. Oh, that looks like hot dog, so this is, but don't write that, okay? That is for your understanding. Name the hormones or the hormones secreted by this region. You can say just androgens. Androgens, okay? There is one dehydroepiandrosterone, DHEA, I think, dehydroepiandrosterone. There is one example of androgen. Now, we will be getting into adrenal medulla. So adrenal cortex, one more time, zona reticularis, zona fasciculata, zona glomerulosa. This is the capsule. Now, we'll be getting, we are in adrenal medulla. Adrenal medulla is made of these cells. These cells are called chromaffin cells. Chromaffin cells. Chromaffin cells make the hormones collectively called catecholamines. And catecholamines include epinephrine and norepinephrine. What is epinephrine? What is the other name for epinephrine?
Adrenaline?
Adrenaline. From where the name of the gland?
Adrenal
Adrenaline.
glands.
Adrenaline.
Adrenal glands.
Adrenal gland. But where from? From the adrenal medulla.
Oh.
Adrenal medulla secretes adrenaline and noradrenaline. Adrenaline now is known as epinephrine. And noradrenaline is norepinephrine or NE, norepinephrine. And the cells are chromaffin cells. And these cells surround, look here, these are sinuses. Can you see this? These are blood-filled sinuses. These cells surround blood-filled sinuses. So when you are to identify adrenal medulla, you will be given some reference. What kind of reference? You have both adrenal medulla and adrenal cortex. Okay? Now, here, reading the question properly. If I ask you, identify the gland, be specific. What are you going to write? Very good. Adrenal cortex. Don't write zona fasciculata. You get that? Zona fasciculata is a part of adrenal cortex. So identify the gland here, be specific, adrenal medulla. But if I ask you identify the gland, without being specific, you can write what? Adrenal gland. This is adrenal cortex. From here to up to glomerulosa. Have you taken down the relevant information that I gave you?